I apologize now. This is kind of not my normal, one of my two normal backgrounds. I'm actually in the bathroom right now because this house is really, really dark and it's like dark outside because normally I do my videos in the morning um, on Fridays and then it eventually gets up sometime, usually on a Tuesday or a Thursday because that's when I'm home alone and not being interrupted in things. Um, but anyway, so yeah, that's why I'm in the bathroom and there's a mirror and stuff behind me. Yeah, because I want you guys to actually be able to see my face. I don't know why it's important, but I think it's important for you to see my face. Anyways, so a couple people have asked me now how the best way to bring up talking about their PTSD is with like their boyfriend or their family. And in some cases, like that the other person is just not going to have any other understanding and they're not going to want to listen, or they don't want to admit it to themselves that it happened to you. The best way I have found is kind of cornering them in one of two ways. I don't mean cornering to have a negative connotation to it. It's just when you deal with people one on one sometimes where they can't like storm off or go do something else. Um, it tends to get across better because then their attention is focused on you rather than whatever else they're supposed to be doing. So the two ways I like best to talk to people is either in my truck when I'm driving, because A, like, there's usually no one else in my truck because I usually only have one person in my truck, maybe two, because, like, cramming more than two people in a 1983 B2000 is just, yeah, there's not a lot of room. But anyways, that's that's the first way. And the second way is to write a letter. I'll explain the first one first. So if you have someone like in your vehicle or whatever, just find some excuse to like go for a drive or go all the way across town where you have like 15 minutes to talk to them. And if if they don't want to talk about it when it's in that situation, then you would go to the letter idea. And basically, whenever you're talking to someone, though, in a conversational way, um, you want to go, hey, can I talk to you? And most people are like, yeah, you can talk to me, whatever. What do you want to talk about, kind of thing. And you bring it up, and if you preface it with, please just let me say this kind of thing, like, I need you to do this for me, or when I'm having flashbacks, can you not do these things, or these things trigger me, or whatever it is. And at the beginning of the conversation, another good thing to say is, um, I need to talk to you about what happened. I know you don't want to hear it, but I need you to hear it, kind of thing. Um, People tend to respond really positively to that, so, but if that does not work and you cannot get the person to listen to you no matter what, write it all down in a letter. Because the good thing about a letter is you have the option of not having to be interrupted. And they have to hear you out completely because most people, they're not going to read just the first line of the letter, go, oh crap, I don't want to read this, but they'll continue reading it because they're interested in you. Even if they don't want to read it, they usually will continue reading it. And you can either write something at the end, depending on the person. If you think that if they come and talk, I'm sitting on the bed. Oh jeez, sorry. Now I understand why my leg was like on fire. I was sitting on the heating vent. Sorry. Anyways, crap, what was I saying? Oh, if you write it all down in a letter, they don't have the option of interrupting you. Um, and you can write something at the end of it about, hey, can you come and talk to me about this after you've read this? This is because I need to talk about this, kind of thing. Or B, you can write something at the end of, write me a reply, so that if it's in a letter, they're more likely to get out what they're trying to say because they don't feel so pressured about it because they're not looking you face to face. It's more of a logistical thought process rather than an emotional thought process. And it tends to work out better. But I've never had anything happen where it hasn't been able to be one of those two ways, pretty much. Either the conversation or the letter. Because most of the people I keep in my life, they know if I ask to talk about something, it's usually extremely important. And they get that. So I've never known anyone who couldn't work with either of those two. So if you guys have any more questions like that, I feel free to ask them. I do answer them. I do reply to messages, whatever. Um, yeah, so I hope you guys are having a good day. And I love you all. And I hope you're not having a horrible day with PTSD, because there are those days when it just sucks. Yeah, so bye.